Oh my god. You can't see it, but my head is in my hands. This level was it sucked. The recording was 7 hours long. I lost the inverted version an hour before the recording finished. It never finished. It sucked. Everything sucks. I'm sorry. Across the gap on the left side, there is a box that we need to get before we continue on to the right side of this path. Continuing along the normal path, you will have 17 boxes with your first checkpoint. You will have 31 boxes with the second checkpoint. Now it's time for the not bear, but it's definitely a bear section again. This first section is not really that difficult. It just takes practice and making sure that you know when to jump for each specific point. Here you're going to go down instead of up, and the next time you come to one of those, you're going to go up instead of down. For this part, make sure that you boost and jump at the very last second, like literally about to fall off before you boost. Make sure that you jump for the first box up here pretty early, or else you won't be able to jump in time for the second box. And then there are 4 boxes to get in the following section. The first one's pretty easy. The second one I missed a bunch of times because I hit the starfish instead. And then the last 2, you have to find the right angle and hold just far right. Do not let go of right or you will miss those boxes. And then you'll have 56 boxes with the third checkpoint. You will have 66 boxes going into the blue gym path. This path is a little more straightforward than it looks at first glance. You can use your mask in the beginning if you have it to plow right through this first section, no problem. But here I'm going to wait for the mask to run out before I continue on, and I'll tell you why in a second. You have probably seen them already, but these boxes hide the jets, and they're really difficult to get past once you've destroyed the boxes, so I jump between the boxes instead to get that exclamation box, and then get these few boxes before I continue on. I'm going to pause right here. With as scuffed as this recording was, I don't have the inverted version of the level finished and recorded, so I'm just going to do it here. If you run towards the screen, there's 3 boxes here, just past the starfish, but don't destroy them when you get there. Instead, jump on top of the boxes, because the hidden gem for the inverted version of the level is hiding up there. For this section, make sure that your little indicator for where you're going to land is actually showing up on the platform before you get there, because I died here many times for that express reason. For this section, I just suggest using your crouch jump to jump fully over the enemies. You might be able to make it with a regular jump, but I always kept getting hit. So it was just a pain. If you don't destroy any of the nitro boxes in the bonus path, you will end up with 93 boxes total. There are 2 boxes in this section that are easy to miss or easy to die after you get them, so make sure you don't miss those. And you should end up with 100 boxes when you get to the bonus path. Make sure that you get these two boxes in the upside down section before you hit the exclamation point box, or else it'll be much more difficult. The best way I found to get past here safely is to get all the way up against the box and then wait for it to hit the jumping box and then jump through the gap at that point. The most consistent way I found to do this part safely is to flip gravity when you get in between the boxes, and then you should be able to hit the exclamation mark box no issue. And then standing on the exclamation mark box, you're going to wait for the fires to go out, and then I did a slide spin to get rid of as many boxes as I could before I got to the point where I needed to flip the gravity to get rid of all the boxes. And heading out of the bonus path, we should have 140 boxes. If you flip the gravity and get on top of this platform, there is one more box that I ignored, but it's just a single box with another natural box, so I didn't think that it was worth it. Make sure that you get the block that is way up high above this little volcano thing. You will have 152 boxes with the fourth checkpoint. We are going to pause as we pick up the flip gravity mask. You need to walk back towards the camera, and then will be two separate platforms that are distinguished by color, I think they are. If you stand on the one that's further away from where you are now and flip gravity, you'll land on a ceiling above the place where you are now, and the hidden gem for the normal version of the level is in that area. The natural box for this level is about 3/4 of the way through. I just popped it, and you should have 159 boxes when you get there. Don't miss the 3 boxes on the underside of this platform. The 2 boxes that are here, the best way I could find to do them without getting hit by the geysers is to flip upside down. And make sure you don't jump at all, because as soon as you jump, you're going to hit the edge of the screen and you will die. I did it plenty of times. You will have 180 boxes with the 5th checkpoint, and it is time for the bear again, and this section sucks so bad. Make sure that you boost jump off of the first ramp. And hug the right side of the path that you slide on to make sure that you get the first box on the jumping section. You have to boost jump to get this golden Wumpa box. If you have a mask, you can take the hit from the starfish, but if you don't, you need to either jump around it or jump over it and hold a little bit left to get that box that's right after. And you will have 203 boxes with the 6th checkpoint. Make sure you hold a tight left to get the next box. And make sure you hold a hard right, very hard right. You actually might need to start on the 2nd box to hold a hard right to get those 4 boxes. This jumping section is a little bit more difficult because it's a lot tighter jumps. I actually jumped over the first box before, and the turtles are moving at different speeds. And you will have 218 boxes with the 7th checkpoint. Just stay left to avoid the dog creature thing. And moving into the last section, you're going to hang a hard left to get the first box in this section. When you hit the jump pad, you're going to move slightly more to the right so that when you land, you can go as straight as possible. I missed those boxes in that stack many times. Make sure you hit this 4 stack pretty square on. I missed the boxes on the right several times. And you should end the level with every box. The natural box was partway through the level, so now that this nightmare is done, we can move on. I am being 100% genuine. This took me 7 hours. Please God, I hope this helps you. This was miserable. 7 hours.